What if I told you that your entire life could fall apart tomorrow, and you'd still be unbreakable? Because mental resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, brick by brick, under pressure, in the dark, and usually when no one's watching. Scene opens with cinematic visuals. A man in a hoodie walking in the rain, job termination letter in hand. Cut to a woman crying in her car after a breakup. Then a kid staring at medical bills on the kitchen table. Pain, loss, chaos. These moments don't just destroy people. They reveal who was already fragile and who's quietly becoming a weapon. Cut to a montage of people training, journaling, facing the cold, pushing limits. This is the guide to building a bulletproof mindset, even if your whole world is falling apart. Let's get something straight right now. Rock bottom is a forge, and the people who emerge from it stronger didn't survive it by accident. They made decisions. They chose meaning over misery. Let's take a real example. There was a man who lost everything: his house, his wife, his job, all in the same month. He was sleeping in his car during the winter, and at one point, he thought about ending it. But instead of giving in, he asked himself one brutal question. If I'm already at zero, what would happen if I rebuilt with no excuses? And that question saved him. He stopped waiting for motivation. He stopped blaming the world. He got to work. That man now runs a multi-million-dollar company. Why? Because hitting zero gave him something most people never get. Clarity. Clarity about what matters. Clarity about who you are when no one is watching. Clarity about what kind of person you're going to be when things get worse. Let's kill the victim mindset right here. The world is not fair. Life is not fair. Your trauma is not your fault. But your healing is your responsibility. You will never build a bulletproof mind if you keep expecting fairness from an unfair world. Understand this. Every second you spend resenting reality is a second wasted not mastering it. The media will sell you comfort. Your friends will tell you to take it easy. But inside you, there's a darker voice. A voice that says, stand the fuck up. Get ruthless with your excuses. Build something they can't break. That voice is your true self. You're not supposed to feel good all the time. You're supposed to become strong enough that it doesn't matter how you feel. That's the first law of mental toughness. Discomfort is the training ground of power. So how do you actually build it? Let's break it down into 5 tactical phases. 1. Accept reality. Brutally stop sugarcoating your situation. If your life is a mess, say it. If you're weak, admit it. If you're soft, own it. This is the foundation. No change without radical honesty. Write it all down, journal it, no filters, no lies. Who are you right now? What are you running from? If you lie here, the rest doesn't work. 2. Reclaim the morning. Every person with a resilient mind has a brutal morning routine. Why? Because it sets the tone for dominance. Wake up early, yes, even if you're tired. No phone for the first hour. Cold shower. Journal or meditate. Physical training. Sweat. Pain. Breath control. Read 10 pages of something hard. This isn't about feeling good. This is about proving to yourself, I control the day. The day doesn't control me. 3. Become unreactive. Mentally tough people are stoic in chaos. Train yourself not to react emotionally to anything instantly. Someone insults you, breathe. Bad news hits, observe first. Your plans collapse, adjust. Don't collapse with them. Remember, you're not your emotions. You witness them. You direct them. This alone will give you a psychological edge over 90% of people. 4. Develop a code. Most people float through life with no operating system. You need a code of conduct. Something like, I don't lie to myself. I train every day, even when I don't want to. I don't chase dopamine, I chase discipline. I suffer now so I don't suffer later. I choose what's hard over what's easy. Write it, read it, live it. This is your armor. 5. Expose yourself to fear. Whatever you're afraid of, do it often. Scared of rejection? Talk to strangers daily. Scared of failure? Launch the thing. Scared of being alone? Be alone on purpose. Fear is fuel. You either burn with it or burn through it. The more pain you choose voluntarily, the less pain life can surprise you with. Understand this. Mental strength is physical. If your body is weak, your mind is easier to break. You need to train like you're preparing for war. Because life sometimes is one. Lift heavy. Do hard cardio. Practice breath control. Fast occasionally. Push your limits once a week. It's not about aesthetics. It's about reminding yourself, I can suffer and survive. Here's the truth nobody wants to face. One day, it all ends. No matter how rich, loved, famous, or strong you are, you die. And that thought should scare you into action. Not anxiety. Urgency. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to be soft. You don't have time to pretend you'll start later. Bulletproof minds use mortality as motivation. They wake up every day and think, if this was my last day, would I still live it this way? You don't become unbreakable by accident. You build it through pressure, through repetition, through war with yourself. Most people run from adversity. You're going to run into it, because when everything falls apart, you'll be the one person still standing. Let's start with something practical and brutal. When life hits you hard, really hard, you go into survival mode. Here's what most people do: complain, panic, distract themselves with comfort, food, Netflix, porn. Wait for the storm to pass. But mental warriors? They follow the 48-hour rule. What is it? You allow yourself exactly 48 hours to grieve, cry, feel the pain. Then, you get tactical, ruthless, focused. You lost your job? You have 48 hours to feel sorry. Then it's war. Your relationship ends, cry, bleed, hurt, then rebuild. Why 48 hours? Because pain is a signal, not a strategy. You're allowed to process the hit. But after 48 hours, you move forward on principle, not on motivation. Here's how. Day 1, write everything down. Purge the emotions. Day 2, identify what's in your control. One small action. Day 3+, you don't think, you execute. No one is coming to rescue you. Become your own rescue team. People think bulletproof means fearless. It doesn't. It means you still show up when afraid. Here's the formula. Discipline greater than emotion. Systems greater than motivation. Mission greater than mood. Let's go deeper. A. Discipline greater than emotion. You won't feel like doing the hard thing most of the time. So what? Discipline means doing it anyway. You brush your teeth every morning even when you don't feel like it, right? Apply that same non-negotiable mindset to your goals. Workout, non-negotiable. Reading, non-negotiable. Creating, non-negotiable. Don't ask, do I want to? Ask, would the strongest version of me do this? If the answer is yes, you do it. B. Systems greater than motivation. Motivation is a liar. You don't build a mindset on emotion. You build it on systems. Create systems that make failure harder than success. Examples. Lay out your gym clothes before bed. Set your laptop to block social media during work hours. Track every day in a habit tracker. Keep your phone in another room. Remove friction. Add accountability. C. Mission, mood. If your mission is big enough, your mood becomes irrelevant. Soldiers don't ask how they feel in battle. They follow orders. Give your mind orders. I build no matter what. I show up no matter what. I win or I learn. No quitting. Let's say your life just collapsed. You feel lost. What do? You start by building a 30-day recovery mission. Week 1. Ground yourself. Cold showers daily. Walk 10,000 steps in silence, no music. Journal for 30 minutes a day. Questions: what hurts? What's in my control? What must I do now? Fast for 16 hours daily to reset your body. Cut all junk content. No scrolling, no distractions. This is your purge phase. Week 2. Discipline sprint. Choose 3 core habits. Work out, create, learn. No excuses, no missed days. Start a no 0-day calendar. Every day, you do at least one hard thing. Track progress publicly or privately. Own it. Week 3. Service and strength. Help someone else every day. Message a friend, volunteer, share wisdom. Start lifting heavier. Track your PRs. Read biographies of people who came back from hell. David Goggins, Viktor Frankl, Nelson Mandela. Reconnect with your future self. Write a letter to the person you want to become in 6 months. Week 4. War mode. Pick one goal that scares you. Build a system around it. Wake up at 5 a.m. for 7 days. Work in deep focus blocks, 90 minutes on, 30 minutes off. Reflect nightly. Wins, losses, adjustments. After 30 days of this, you're not the same person. You've built armor. Comfort is the enemy of strength. And let's be honest, you're addicted to scrolling, pleasure, validation, distraction, noise. If your phone dies and you panic, you're not free. If you can't be alone in silence, you're not free. Mental strength comes from voluntary suffering. So here's a 7-day comfort detox challenge. No phone for the first 2 hours of the day. No social media unless it's for work. Cold shower every morning. Fast from 8 p.m. to noon. No junk food, no sugar, no soda. Meditate for 10 minutes daily. Spend 1 hour alone, in silence, with a journal. You'll feel withdrawal. That's good. It means you are numbing something. Remove the numbing. Face the pain. Turn it into power. Your brain is plastic. It can be reshaped, but only if you give it consistent input. Here's the bulletproof rewiring routine. 1. Morning identity reinforcement. First thing after waking, sit up. Say your new identity out loud. I am focused. I am dangerous. I am unstoppable. I suffer on purpose. I grow under pressure. I win or I learn. It may feel cringe. Do it anyway. Repetition rewires identity. 2. Visualization training 5 minutes daily. Close your eyes. Picture yourself 1 year from now. How do you walk, speak, train, think, earn? Lock into that version of yourself. Ask, what would they do today? Now do it. 3. Evening reflection ritual. 5-minute journal. What did I do well today? Where did I slip? What will I fix tomorrow? This creates a feedback loop. Growth becomes automatic. Here's the secret most people miss. Your suffering can become your superpower, only if you choose to assign it meaning. Example, you were betrayed. You now have higher standards. You were broke. You now have fire to never be poor again. You were abused. You now protect others and yourself with fierce boundaries. Don't let pain define you. Let it refine you. This isn't about pretending bad things didn't happen. It's about extracting value from them like a beast. Every wound becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes a weapon. Every trauma becomes a trigger for power, not weakness. There will come a point where people laugh at your growth. They'll say, "You've changed. You're obsessed. Why are you so intense?" Let them. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to become impossible to ignore. The more serious you get, the more uncomfortable you make the average person. That's proof you're on the right path. Your job isn't to be understood. Your job is to build the mind that keeps building, even when doubted, mocked, left behind. Let's summarize what you've just internalized. You get 48 hours to grieve. Then it's go time. Discipline is greater than emotion. Systems greater than motivation. Mission greater than mood. Build yourself brick by brick, daily. Kill comfort, kill distraction. Choose suffering, train under pressure. Rewire your mind every day. Turn pain into power. Let doubt fuel you, not destroy you. Most people don't need more information. They need to move. They binge motivation videos. They scroll productivity threads. They read book after book. But their life doesn't change. Why? Because they never execute. Let me be clear. Action is the only language reality understands. You can journal all day about your goals. You can meditate. You can manifest. But if you don't take action, nothing changes. You build a bulletproof mindset by stacking evidence that you are becoming stronger. So from this point forward, less consuming, more doing, less thinking, more training, less talking, more becoming. Ask yourself every morning, what would the strongest version of me do today? And then do exactly that, without negotiation. At some point, growth will stall. You'll feel stuck. You'll question everything. You'll wonder if you're just wasting time. This is the plateau phase. Everyone hits it. Only warriors push through it. Here's the strategy. 1. Change the metric. Stop obsessing over results. Track actions instead. Example. Instead of, I want 10K followers, track, I post daily for 100 days. Instead of, I want to lose 20 pounds, track, I train 45 minutes, 6 days a week. Why it works. You can't always control outcomes, but you always control effort. Focus on controllables. 2. Increase the pressure intentionally. Growth lies just outside comfort. If you've plateaued, you're probably playing it safe. So, add one more rep. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Publish more, sell more, fail faster. Make yourself uncomfortable on purpose. That's where breakthroughs hide. If your goal can be skipped, it will be. Most people set maybe goals. I'd like to write a book one day. I want to get fit this year. I should probably work on my mindset. No urgency, no cost, no fire. You need a do-or-die goal. Something so aligned with your soul that not doing it feels like death. How do you find it? Ask, what keeps bothering me year after year? What do I admire in others that I secretly want for myself? What would I pursue if I knew no one would laugh? Now make it real. Put a deadline on it. Tell people about it. Build daily rituals around it. Once it becomes part of your identity, you'll bleed for it. That's how you build obsession. And obsession builds empires. Here's a hard truth. Most people don't need a strong mindset because their life doesn't demand it. They wake up late. They do meaningless work. They scroll for hours. They avoid discomfort. They never put themselves in a position that requires fire, resilience, precision. So their mind stays soft. Want to get mentally tough? Build a life that requires it. Start a business. Create content daily. Train like an athlete. Lead a team. Compete in something real. Speak publicly. Build something from nothing. Pressure builds diamonds. No pressure, no growth. You will never rise above your circle. If everyone around you complains, wastes time, escapes problems, avoids pain, then you will slowly become like them. Mindset is contagious, so upgrade your circle, not just physically, digitally too. Unfollow anyone who promotes mediocrity, whines online, spreads fear, distracts you. Follow people who build daily, train hard, speak truth, lead by example. Create a digital environment that forces you to level up. Watch warriors, study outliers, consume content that sharpens you, not softens you. Want one thing that will radically transform your mental toughness? Here it is: daily discomfort. Every single day, do something that sucks. Not because it's fun, but because it teaches you this: I can do hard things. That belief is your foundation. Here are examples: cold showers, deep focus, work with no distractions, saying no to comfort foods, posting content even when afraid, waking up at 5 a.m., public speaking, calling someone you fear, lifting heavier than last time. One discomfort a day, stacked over time, equals unstoppable mind. There will come a day when you feel like giving up, not because you're weak, but because you're human. You'll question yourself. You'll doubt the journey. You'll crave the old life, the easy path. When that happens, remember this: you didn't start for comfort. You started for freedom. Comfort is a trap. Growth is pain. And quitting guarantees regret. So don't quit. Pause if you need to, but then rise. Every champion has felt what you feel, but they kept showing up. That's the difference. You don't win by being perfect. You win by being relentless. No one's coming to save you. Not your friends, not your parents, not your partner, not your boss, not God, the algorithm, or the universe. It's on you. You want to change your life? You want a bulletproof mind? Then become the person who saves themselves. Bleed, fail, hurt, rise, repeat. You are not broken. You are becoming. Your scars are your armor. Your pain is your proof. Your suffering is sacred. Don't numb it. Don't hide it. Use it. If you felt this message in your bones, subscribe right now. Not for me, for you. Because this channel isn't here to entertain you. It's here to arm you. Every video will remind you of who you are: a builder, a fighter, a leader, a savage, a force. So join the movement. Click subscribe. Drop a fire in the comments if you're ready to suffer on purpose. And share this with one person who needs to wake up. This is not the end. It's the beginning. This is Elevate Your Mindset. Let's rise.